I'm Rechna Varma. I'm a professor and a producer in Miami, Florida. I live here with my husband and my two kids. In the beginning, when I was decluttering the stuff, I think it was just a sense of simplicity. It's such a cluttered digital space we live in, and thus the sense of busyness was overwhelming me. I hit my closet first, and the clothes I loved and wore, which were about 20% of what was in my closet, is what I kept, and then I got rid of the rest. All of a sudden, I would walk into a room and I would just start thinking about what I could get rid of. I found a box in my house that had moved with me across the country to Vancouver, back to Toronto, like the college boxes that follow you. I went through this box and I didn't realize I'd been trucking my childhood teddy bear around with me the whole time. I think my dad bought me that. Like I was probably in third grade, and I remember thinking it was a really important thing. And when I looked at it, it was just like a dirty, ratty, germ-infested stuffed animal. And it felt so good to see it that way. I was ready to let go, and it allowed me to go back to school, get my MBA, have another kid, move to another country. It changed my life.
Joining us, this is fascinating, from her home in Miami, Florida. Please welcome Rechna Varma, whose journey to becoming a minimalist even caught the attention of Netflix and was featured in their show, The Minimalist. Less is now. Rechna, I am so fascinated by this story. I think we were separated at birth. I go through my home and I look for things to throw away and declutter, but there are certain things from my childhood, my sixth grade cheerleading outfit that my dad kept, and the last gift my father gave me, which was an umbrella when we moved to New York, that I just can't pull myself away from. Take me through when you looked at that teddy bear and saw it through a different lens than you had all those years of carrying it around.
That teddy bear no longer represented the love, or never really did represent the love of my father that lived in my heart. So a really cool thing the minimalists kind of say is take a photograph and get rid of it. And it's amazing how the photograph has really kind of, how often, you can ask me, how often have I gone back to that photograph? Never.
Never. I mean, I know you call it intentional living, but take me again. You're explaining this and I'm picturing an item that I should probably get rid of. And I'm having like a little flutter because it is so heavy. So did you actually put it in the trash and watch it go away, or did you give it to someone to discard? Because I don't know if I would be able to do it on my own.
No, it was like I saw it without the rose tinted glasses anymore. I put it in a trash bag, brought it to the curb, and I actually felt like my shoulders sink down. Like I relaxed, and
Really?
It created space. It created emotional space.
I admire you for doing this, because I'm just, the thought of it just sends me into this space. So you say, though, this was a journey that it made you investigate your real life versus your aspirational life. What does that mean?
Yeah. So what that means is, when we're kids, we all have dreams of what we're going to be when we grow up. Like, who do I want to be? What's the life I'm going to live? And cut to adulthood, I was, racing to pick up my child after school to be able to spend an hour with him, to rush him through dinner and bedtime, all to go through the daily grind of work all over again, commuting an hour to travel 2.5 miles. It was just so intense. That I realized once I got rid of the stuff, I created space, physical space in my home. I then could create mental space. And then I could start envisioning, what was the life I wanted to lead? And how can I actually create the
Wow.
path to getting there? So throwing away the teddy bear led me to going back to school, getting my MBA, traveling the world, realizing there's more I want to do with my career as a producer.
Right.
I moved to Miami. I started writing. I've got all this physical and emotional space that's been created from it.
You have children, so the pressing question is, when they make their little sketches and drawings, do you hold on to things for them so that they can have them on a long journey? Or do you say, that's a nice picture, it's not going on in the refrigerator, it's going in the trash? The trash.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's such
gosh.
a great question, because it does come up, and I'll let them hang their art up on the walls in their bedrooms. I don't really have it around the house because, again, what I see is how I kind of feel. But I
Yeah.
love seeing their artwork. And then each year I do call. Like, it's kind of like the toys. The toys add up. But if you slowly pull away 10, 15, 20% every quarter, they don't notice. That's the intentional living piece.
Intentional living. I love it. Well, Rechna, thank you so much. You've really given me, and I'm sure a lot of people watching, food for thought here. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.